Y'all are going to have to help me thank K. Asante. And please, if you would not mind, hit his channel up and subscribe. I think he's done a great service to a lot of people so far talking about this new Xbox's full screen experience. And honestly, I followed the instructions that I'd seen online. I'd done all the updates, and I was just about to go ahead and reset my computer. And he posted this video. If you notice, the video was posted an hour ago. I was just on Twitter, and I saw a notification saying, all right, you guys are asking, here it is. I say, here is what? The tutorial. I was like, this is a 10-minute tutorial. Let me follow. I found that I was already basically just needing to add a small modification to my registry after installing the Vive tool from admin. So I really appreciate it, bro. Thank you so much. As we speak, I am now a gaming full screen experience user, and I haven't touched anything. I just covered my email on the top here so that I don't, that's because he did that. I'm glad this thing didn't work yesterday. I published the whole video with my email just sitting there like, hey. But it is what it is, And so I'm ready to dive right in, and I thought I'd do it on camera. So apparently this full screen mode actually allows for you to go ahead and do this. It says enter full screen experience on startup. So pretty much I have now converted this device to behave like the Xbox Ally X. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, as much as this is so exciting and everything, I got to bring everybody in here. Xbox gamers, this is the thing I've been telling you. You know how many people be saying, oh, it's not an Xbox console. Oh, it's not a this. But you kind of understand right now that whatever an Xbox console is actually much more software than hardware on the main sense. This really changes what you think an Xbox console is, because there's now a lot of, I would say hypotheses that are, pointing out that this option here, where you say you want to choose your home app, could be other home apps that you want. Possibly you could make it a Steam machine of some kind or EA machine. I don't know. Ubisoft, I don't know. But the Xbox side is the one that you're going to be seeing with this Xbox Ally X. Now, here's another crazy thing that comes into perspective. Do y'all remember all the talking that PlayStation was going to block its games from being playable on these devices? A lot of people did not know what the flip they were talking about. You see, when you go into your, Windows update, there's something quite peculiar that you would see when it comes down to a lot of the settings and so on and so forth. And that shows you like this ID system that your device is actually recognizable by. And this is actually what it looks like. Let me go ahead and show you all right here. So this device is actually, it indicates as a tablet. Look at it over here, right? This ID is pretty much the Windows-based ID that Steam or Valve or anything is going to see. If PlayStation chose that it was going to block its own devices, right? Because you can rename this device. It says, tablet, blah, 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 rename Xbox Rogue Ally. You can rename it. So that by itself already basically gives you some layer of, I would say tweaking. It's not anonymity because obviously it's a device ID. And so there's no way PlayStation would have actually wanted to do this. Right? Because it's just a hassle because their game is available on Windows. And if the device runs Windows, their game is available on there for those device owners. So if you're a PlayStation, person that has been thinking and, wrongly believing those who've been telling you this stuff, I have to say that, you really have to, now go ahead and, reevaluate your sources of information, because these people have clearly been fomenting all kinds of nonsense. Right? So we're going to choose home app. I'm going to follow the remaining whatever. It says show accessibility control hints in task view. And I'm going to, be happy to jump in and learn how to properly use this. So Kei Asante was doing some other stuff that I'm going to watch, and then I am going to jump right in, and I'm going to start rocking this bad boy. Let me see all what he says here. So this is his video, man. I mean, this video is, in my opinion, probably one of the best videos I could have watched on this subject matter. So show accessibility controls in task view. Let's not do that because he says he doesn't do that. And then what else is the next piece? And then once you restart your device, it should restart in full screen mode. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so the next piece is customizing a button to be the guide button. So I'm going to follow that right now, and I'll catch you guys here in an exciting bit. Okay, what's really cool about this is as you're mapping the buttons, it has like all these, tiny little tasks, and you can select for it to pretty much have an Xbox button in this particular context. So I'm trying to map the left D-pad button. I'm just literally following, everything because my brain juice is is spent. This is one of those things where, I was back home yesterday and I looked at all the instructions, exactly what he showed, and I was like, man, I do not want to read the instructions. And so when I saw that somebody did this, or he did this on a video step by step, I was like, man, this is a blessing, no doubt. Bro, you're a prince for this. And so this particular, setup is really cool because I remember when Linus Tech Tips was evaluating the Xbox Ally X in the June release. He was asking Asus if they could use the Xbox button and map it to something else, and they said maybe. So it kind of comes full circle at the end of the day how this is actually going to play out. All right, here goes nothing. Where's that D-pad button? There it is. Let's see what happens. Oh, it took a little bit. At first I was wondering, I was like, whoa. Okay. So there it is. So if you swipe up, apparently, you have some kind of a task manager, according to Mr. Asante. Whoa! Huh. We were seeing this stuff in... we were just looking at this stuff at Gamescom when they were, doing all that fun stuff and, so on and so forth. So those of you who are on Xbox, I know I said I was going to buy an Xbox Ally or Ally X, but I think this puts me in a position where I can defer that purchase because I now have this software upgrade, basically. And again, like I said at the beginning of this video, the Xbox platform is transcending the old school hardware paradigm. How this is all going to play out later down the road is going to be interesting, but I really do think that this really changes the game across the board. With all the talk and all the conversation, it's just been so interesting to come back and look at this and see this stuff actually be, I don't know, man. Let me see if I have a game that's actually installed on here. Pro Evolution Soccer is installed. I've been having a lot of issues. Yeah, I hurt myself today, at work. It was weird. It was kind of a freak accident. Let me see. Go to my library. What's installed? Over here. And it works just like the normal full screen, but that was actually pretty cool because with the task manager now, you can see all kinds of stuff. I always love launching the Arkham games whenever I'm doing anything kind of new on PC. I have the Phantom Pain installed. I got Prototype. I got Division 2, Shinobi Vengeance, blah, blah, blah. Let's do something from Steam, and let's launch Batman Arkham Knight. Well, Arkham City is my favorite, so let's do Arkham City. Let's see what happens. So click play. Did you hear me click play? Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's doing the thing. It's launching Steam. Let me get a cable out here. Let's see what happens. Oh, it just closed out that Steam. Look at this. Dying Light. It just closed it out by itself. I saw this on that Windows Central video. Whoa! Straight to the gaming experience. Whoo! Okay. As a PC aficionado, I can tell you, man. What was that you always saying about, oh, well, I just wanted to go straight to the game. I'm messing with you guys, man. I and I will mess with y'all a lot. So just beware, huh? Yeah. I'm trying to 100% this game. I'm not a 100% player, so if you see me 100% a game, I must really like that game. Arkham Knight, I did 100%, and then I was supposed to come back to Arkham City, and I'm a 74% on Arkham City. I always get carried away. I started another file, but now I'm in the gaming experience. I mean, I'm straight up in there. Let's see what happens. I know you know someone said you can swipe up and launch a second game and all that. Wow, that's crazy, dude. Let's go beat up some bad guys in Riddler's Revenge. That's just wild, man. What? Let's go bats. Let's change his outfit. Let's do this one. Huh. Funhouse Brawl. Hold on. I like Rooftop Extreme. Okay, Rooftop Rumble Extreme. I cannot believe my eyes. You know, Arkham Knight should have been what I launched because Arkham Knight takes a minute to launch on PC. E A uh 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 uh. Oh, I hit that with a batarang in the air. I've never done that before. Hey, eh, double counter, hit the ground, stun, jump on shield, take down. Counter. Beat down. All right. Let's launch Arkham Knight because that game on PC, when you launch it, I don't know what all is cooking on the background, but I would love to know see how that game launches. Let's see. Okay. So we've unlaunched the game. Is it going to close this? Close. Okay, I can close it. Now I'm on Steam. But let's go back to the Xbox app where we were. Huh. That's fantastic. So Arkham Knight. Is it installed? There it is. All right, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This game launches hard on PC. I don't know what it is. Did it launch just now? I don't even know if it's launched. All right. I'm waiting so I don't go launch multiple instances of it. Yeah, it's one of those games that it takes it a while, man. Like it just, I don't know like I said, I don't know what's cooking on the background. And this is normal. It doesn't matter what kind of PC you're using. It will take a minute to launch. Oh, there it is. It was doing that thing. So when you launch it on PC, it has this splash page, and that splash page stays up there. Yeah, this is about normal launch for PC. Still happy nonetheless. I had to actually go on full screen. I paused the recording just a second ago and kind of scrolled through just to go around and kind of move around. But this is nice. Whoa, this is nice. On a handheld, man. I mean, Alt Tab, does this stuff, but man, on a handheld device, this is actually pretty cool. You can also Alt Tab on a handheld device, don't get me wrong, but this just makes any handheld just have this interesting experience. And I can't emphasize how much this is really going to change up, a lot of people's perceptions of this stuff, because you just have to basically buy any of these handhelds and you have access to doing stuff like this. Let me see my options. Let me see if I can run. I don't know if I can run this game at 60 FPS. Graphics options. VRAM is acceptable. I think you can let me run in 60 FPS. Should I do low? I'll do low. Level of detail, shadow quality, texture resolution. Let's do high LODs. And let's call it good. This game's VRAM usage is so wild. Yep, let's apply that. Let's stay on 60 FPS because 60 FPS is where this game actually shines. AR challenges. Go straight here. Let's go with Azrael on, I think it's like It's like Titan, something Teen Titan, or there it is, Teen Titan. Azrael, Teen Titan. It's one of my favorite combat maps in Arkham Knight because I think it's endless, and so you just keep fighting until, and the enemies just keep spawning and whatever. Yeah. Get him on the ground. Let's go. Oh, man. This is nice. Don't you wonder where, being able to make games that looked like video games went and not worry about all of this technology of DLSS, TAA, and all of the above? Oh, no. That dude almost hit me. He's already got ninjas on him. I countered that. But this game is buggy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to see you later. I'm going to game, okay? How about you? What are you going to be doing with your new Xboxes, guys? When you get them, finally. What are you going to do with it? Pause, swipe up, switcheroo, go back home, go back. Can I launch Silk Song? Is it installed here? I think I have it installed here on Game Pass. I'm guessing you can launch both of them. It says, it tells you, it says Arkham Knight is still running. Running multiple games at once may affect performance. Quick Batman before launching Hollow Knight Silk Song. You can say, go ahead and launch it anyway. So the full screen experience actually gives you that notification if you're actually using it because it collates all your games. This is quite nice. This is probably not the device to try to launch 2 games on. But I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Thank you very much for your time. And shout out to Keasante. Please go ahead and leave him a subscribe. I'll leave his channel, this video actually, in the comment section for whomever wants to go ahead and try it. And shout out to audience member FJ. He was the one who pointed me to that video that got me into this rabbit hole in the very first place. And so shout out to you. I'll make another video where I actually talk about all of this from the beginning. So no worries. Thank you guys so much. Peace out.